everyone, welcome to our channel OCHAREO. In this video we're going to talk about the Odun Osa Odi that is said Maferefun Egun, Ochun, Yemaya and Ogun, that with his intelligence he became developed in his slave. Developed was a guy that always went for divination, but that day Orumila recommended him that he had to do an egbo to don't become enslaved or someone. But he didn't want to do it because he said, a month ago I did an egbo, so now I don't want to do that. So he went back to his house, but in his way, he decided to visit Ogun. Ogun, he was working like always so hard. So he said, let me help you with your work. And he started to blow air. So the fire get strong, and it facilitate Ogun's work. So Ogun spoke with him and told him, let me put this chain to you, and then you will be more comfortable. The fellow that he was so humble, he accepted that. But later around when he decided to leave Ogun's house, Ogun said, no, you need to be with me here because you are so helpful to my work. So what this Odun is telling us, that you need to be careful, don't become a slave of anyone. That when you go for divination and they recommend you to do an egbo, do it. Here we reinforce Ogun with different tools, but you need tools that be used before. And also with track nails with different metals, but always something that was used before because Ogun loved that. This Odun talk about the icheri, that is the track nails. You can take, for example, a piece of fabric and then you can add different sticks like siguaraya, hiki, yo puedo más que tú, muralla, eku, eya, aguado, and another ingredients. And then when you feed Ogun, you feed it. And the tongue of the rooster, you take and you put it into. And then you add this to the icheri, the trap nails. You can put this next to your door or in the back. But it's important that you prepare it. If, for example, you have the house and you have the possibility to bury in front of your house, it will be so good for you because it avoids that the Egun Buruku be attached to you. This Odun avoids the person that you are supposed to get a scratch, to have also your path in different ways. It doesn't matter in Sarabanda, Siete Rayos, any of them. Why? Because you have a great connection with Egun. Something that is a great benefit for you is to always prepare the umiero with helecho, mejorana, basil, for example, siguaraya, paraíso, strong herbs, because the Egun Buruku usually they attach to you. In this Odun, you need to be careful when you go to any party that people use masks, because the king that he inherits the throne, he didn't like that kind of life. Even though he has his wife, his kids, and everything, he preferred to go around to dance and drink and all of that. One day, he find out that in another town, they had a party. So he disguised himself and he went to the party. And he met there a beautiful woman. So he fell in love with her and he started a relationship. But she asked him to remove the mask that he had, and he accepted. And then they continued the relationship for a while. One day she was dreaming and she told him, I dreamed that you was a king, that you had wife, kids, and a fortune. And he got afraid of that and he left her house. So she never ever saw him again. But she was pregnant and she got a son. But years later, that she find that there was a party in palace that the king going to speak, she decided to assist to that with her son. And when she saw the king, she said, "This is the man that is the father of my son." So she figured out how approach the king. As soon he saw her, he said, "Don't say anything. That moving forward, you're going to live in palace with me and your son too." And she told him, "Remember your words, because I don't want to speak with anyone about our relationship." So this also about you that you need to be careful with people that you meet in your life that you don't know who they are, because they could have a relationship and you could fall in love with them, and then you don't go to see them anymore in your life. So be careful with that. Something else in this order is that when you go to get married, try to do masses, because here the Egun and the Chichiriku, the bad spirits, sometimes they interfere in the life that you have. So always try to attend your spirits, because with their help, you always going to find out what happened around you. This autumn lets us know too that we are supposed to respect the tradition of our religion and our elders, because the young girl that she lived in the small town, she saw how all the elders, friends that go to get married, they need to go to the river with the bucket and take water. So she start to talk that she never goes to do that she prefers that the sea eat her before she do that. But she start to grow up. So years later, she became a beautiful young girl. So was her time to get married. So she went to the river with the bucket, but something happened and the bucket fell in the river. So she tried to get it and she fell too. So the river stream took her to the sea and the sea ate her. So this Odun is the Odun that we need to respect Ochun and Yemaya, and do not blaspheme about the religion. If you don't want to do something, just don't do it. Instead of criticize your elder, close your mouth, because tomorrow you don't know what you could do and what you are supposed to do for the religion. Sometimes for our own benefit, we need to do ceremonies that we criticize our elders. So in your house, you can do whatever you want to do. But when you are good with your elders, do what they said you to do. This Odun is not telling you that you cannot go to the river and go to the sea, but it's important to respect both of them. So when you go over there to pay homage to them, San Adimu or pennies, honey, melasa or something, and ask for permission to Ochun or Yemaya, depend on the place that you go to get in. When you leave, you can take a bottle of water for you a vomit, that this is something that is good for you. And with that is enough. But it's important that you respect always this position. In this Odun also talk about the shoemaker, the tailor, and the painter. That they went to the town and they saw always the king in his beautiful horse around there. And they start to talk about him and say, "Look, him, always there are people around that are taking care of him. And he has a fortune and a palace and everything." So one day, all of them decide to go to palace and talk to him about that situation, that they want to be like him. But he was an award of Orumila. So he said, "I can do anything for any of you. So we need to go and see Olofi." And when they went to see Olofi, Olofi said, "To Ibanecho, all of you go to be kings." So what happened? That later was a chaos in that town, because no one could fit the shoes. They don't have anyone to paint the town. So they decide to go back to their position. So this Odom arrive us that we are supposed to be happy with the skills that Olofi gave us, because everyone is keen in his position. So in this Odom, when the person is a little tormented, you need to get derogation with two white pigeons. Thank you, all of you, for watching. Here you are, another video about the Odom Osa. Leave your comment below, a like, subscribe to this channel to always receive notification of the new videos, music, interviews, and live stream. Health, faith, and prosperity. Ya tú sabes. Oh, chareo.